Welcome to Mormon Book Reviews, where an evangelical encounters the restoration. And this is a very special edition. By the way, I'm your host, Stephen Peinecker, and I got a special guest host, friend, homie, Rebecca Biblioteca. Welcome to the house.
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. I always love to come on your program and chat about whatever.
That's right. And so whatever we're going to be talking about today is a very special announcement that we're doing here for the channel. Now, we have previewed it a little bit on our 2023 preview show that we did right before New Year's. But basically, folks, we just wanted to announce and mark your calendars, okay? Monday, February 13th, we are going to be doing a special event. We are going to be doing a movie screening, and it's going to be really cool. Now, we still haven't lined up a charity yet, but we want to tie it into a charity too, so people can give like free will offerings or something like that to this particular charity that's doing good in the Salt Lake City community. Rebecca, what is the name of the movie that we're previewing, are actually going to be doing a viewing of, and what's the name of the individual that we're going to be doing a Q&A with afterwards?
I feel like I've been evangelizing this for months now, and I'm so excited that this is so close. So this movie is called The Return of Elder Pingree, Memoir of a Departed Mormon. And this movie, it's actually a documentary film, was created by an amazing individual called Jeff Pingree. He is an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker. He's a film professor at Oberlin University. And this film documents his return to his mission field to sort of talk to the people that he taught before, deconstruct, maybe kind of understand the experience more. But it's an absolutely beautiful film. And Jeff is coming to Salt Lake. He will be attending this screening. He'll be available for a meet and greet and a Q&A. We're going to be showing the film. And as Steve was saying, there's no cost for this. Right. We just fell in love with this film so much that we just want to make this available to everybody in the Salt Lake area. And as Steve mentioned, we will probably have a charitable component, but this is a free event and just a wonderful evening. It's the night before Valentine's Day. That's a really good way to remember. It's not necessarily a romantic movie, but it is it's going to be a wonderful event, and a lot of people are going to come. And Jeff is just an incredible person. You may remember the interview that Steve and I did with Jeff on Mormon Media Reviews, and maybe we can link that somewhere so people can revisit that, because I mean, just to be able to meet him is a reason to come, I think. To the
so I'll put it on the end screen, folks. Maybe I'll also put it in the description as well. So basically, just so you know too, and this is the key thing, this is an important movie, and this movie is for everyone. Whether you are a true blue Mormon, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, whether you are a post-Mormon, a nuanced Mormon, whatever, okay, all are welcome at the table, just like you are at the channel, because this movie is for all of you. Because I tell people that if you're a faithful member of the church and you want to have your testimony bolstered, go see this movie. And for those of you who have maybe had experiences on the mission field and have since left the church and often wondered whatever happened to the people that I baptized in the church and all this kind of stuff, this is the movie for you. Okay, so this is for everybody. And so I want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. I have invited faithful podcasters, faithful friends, people that are post-Mormon or somewhere along the journey. Evangelicals, I'm inviting evangelicals to come on to this show. Okay, so that this is all about. So now it's Monday, February 13th. And where's it at and what time?
It's a location called Brewvies, which is sort of a cinema pub, a really fun location.
Like a restaurant with a restaurant.
And a restaurant, exactly. Yep. Exactly. And so it's going to begin at 6 o'clock with a meet and greet. The actual movie will start at 7. So if you can get there early, want to talk to Jeff in person or talk to some of us, a lot of people are going to be there. I'd also like to point out, a lot of your viewers are not in the Salt Lake area. You can still view this amazing documentary. It's on Amazon Prime Video. It costs $2.99 to rent, and so worth it. So if you're hearing us talking about it and going, dang, I'm not in the area right now, you can rent it and watch it so that everyone can enjoy it. Okay,
so folks, you've heard it here first. Okay, now you have the deets, all right? So go to mormonbookreviews@gmail.com. That's my email address, and just say, hey, Steve, count me in. Maybe we can kind of get like a little unofficial number count, just so we can kind of get an idea how many people are going to be there, and just so we can be prepared. So we have no idea what kind of turnout this is going to be. But I have a feeling we're going to have ourselves a good turnout, because we've heard a lot of good feedback from people about this film. And I feel it's like a very appropriate film for everybody in my audience. And I think this will be a great a great opportunity for all of us to kind of also network with each other, connect with each other, and use this opportunity. So you get there at 6, order your foods, and then eat your dinner, and then watch the movie, and then we'll do like a little 45-minute Q&A after the film. And then again, you'll get to meet me and Rebecca and other. I've invited other people, and then of course Jeff Pingree. And so this is going to be a really, really exciting, fun time for all. And in lieu of me doing a meetup, because usually when I come out to Salt Lake City, I do a meetup, and usually get a fair amount of people come out. We're going to, instead of me doing a meetup this time, this will be the meetup as well. So this is great. So now, Rebecca, I also have you on for another reason. Okay, so now Santa's Little Helper helped me last time do the book drawing, but Santa's Little Helper has been a little busy. So I thought, let's get Rebecca. I thought about maybe having my mom do it, but then I thought, well, let's talk about the movie, and then let's tie it in with the book drawing. And so that's what we're doing, folks. So what I did for the month of, like, from November through December 15th, I had the drawing for the 52 churches in 52 weeks, written by David Boyce. Of course, he's got the YouTube channel by the same name. And of course, probably a majority of his audience are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because a ton of them watched his stuff on the LDS Church. And so he's making relationships with the restoration, much like I am and Jeff McCullough are. And he sent me a extra copy of the book so we can do the giveaway. So without further ado, somebody magically, somehow these names appeared to you, sent over to you by me forwarding them, of course, via email. And so now you are going to draw the names out of this hat. So I'm very excited.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to fill Santa's Little Helper's elf shoes, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling the pressure. I got to do this right. So yeah, so I have all of the names on slips of paper in the hat.
Okay.
And I can't see. I'm not looking. I'm not peeking. I'm gonna reach in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see. Oh, there's something in the way. What's that? I have no idea what that is. We don't need that. Let's toss that to the side. Okay.
Okay. Well,
enough of that.
You're a good sport. You're a good sport, and I know our audience appreciates this. So this is great. Thank you.
Oh, all in good fun. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got a paper. I'm going to pull it out. The winner of the book is Tim Heaton of Moab, Utah.
Okay. Tim
That
Heaton.
is the name I pulled out. Tim Heaton of Moab, Utah. Congratulations.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you. So this is great. So Tim, I got your address, of course, when you, and for the book drawings, folks, of course, this is how it works. I get, you send me your, in the book, well, I'm explaining why. I'm going to tell you why, because for January, the book is going to be Rescuing the Restoration. The Lord Sets His Hand Again, a history and explanation of the Restoration Movement, written by participants within the movement, edited by Chris Van Kampen, who was a guest on my program. He starred in the episode, What is Denver Snuffer Up To? This is a great resource because originally this rose out of the ashes of a pet project that Brian Hales was working on. And they decided that they were going to continue. And this is different people wrote different papers describing this, what some call the Snufferite movement, but it's just independent restorationist movement that Denver Snuffer happens to be affiliated with. And so for those of you who are interested in knowing what this movement is all about, this is a great resource. So just as a reminder, in the subject line, put in book contest, okay? And then I want you just to say, okay, and then put your name and your address. And this will be for the month of January, Rescuing the Restoration. And even if you're not a member of this movement, you may have family members and friends who are members of that group. And if you want a better understanding where they're coming from, again, this is an opportunity for us to have conversations across all these different, these areas where maybe we have disagreement, maybe we can find unity as well. And then for February, I'm actually going to be doing, I ordered a couple, I'm going to be doing 2 copies. Oh, and by the way, Rescuing the Restoration, I got 2 copies. So we're going to do 2 drawings. So there's 2 copies. And in February, we're going to probably do my transcript from the Gospel Tangents interview that when I was on Gospel Tangents, and Rick was actually kind of on my program and I was on his program. And so we had the transcript, and I will autograph this as well. I know, not a big deal, but you know. So
ooh, that's a lot, Steve. My goodness, what a giveaway! That's
yeah.
exciting.
So we want to feel like, you know, because, you know, of course, this channel is kind of moving in a lot of, it's broadening itself, right? And I want to say that, you know, as it broadens its scope, I always want to go back to the books are at the key of the show. And so I feel like doing the book drawings keeps us tethered to the book world, which I think is really important. Of course, you have your book club, Rebecca, so we'll always be tethered to books, of course.
Always.
And
books will always be where it's at, for sure.
that's right. So I just want to tell everybody out there, first of all, please come out February 13th. I'm going to be going there. I'm going to be on some podcasts. I'm going to be filming some stuff for my podcast. It's going to be a very busy week. So I really, the best opportunity to be able to meet me is going to be on that day. I hear from people all the time, and some of you I've Zoomed with, some of you I've emailed with. If you're around, I would love to meet you, because honestly, you all out there, you've been blessing me, and I know I've been blessing you. And so this is what it's all about. I actually had somebody send me in a beautiful gift yesterday, unsolicited. I'm getting stuff from people and they're blessing me. And I think this is the key thing. And also just remember, the key thing about all of this is that we're building bridges, and we're making friendships, and then that's what this is all about. And Rebecca, you're one of those key things. And I just wanted to let everybody know, I was just looking at the analytics of my channel, both on the by the way, folks, I just want to announce we are releasing 2 podcasts a day to get caught up, because the audio side of my channel fell behind. So in the next month, we will be caught up for the audio. So for those of you who just listen to podcasts only, we will get you all caught up. So and then we'll be consistent there. But I was looking at my numbers for my YouTube as well as the podcast. Folks, we are averaging about 1,000 views and downloads a day in the year 2022. 1,000. And
That's
considering,
amazing.
yeah, and probably the last 6 months of it was probably 1,500 to 2,000, because of course the channel a day, because the channel's grown so much. So
Right.
so
And you
really
just
we're making
topped
an
a
impact.
certain number of subscribers too, right?
Yeah.
You just
Oh yeah.
rose up over the top.
Oh
So
yeah, subscribers. But see, 2/3 of my audience isn't subscribed. They so that's the key thing. Like you weren't. And so
I wasn't.
yeah. So that's the
I
thing.
confess, and I did repent, and I fixed it. I subscribed.
So don't forget, like and subscribe, folks, and don't forget to hit the like button to be informed when the new episode comes out. There also will be, for those of you who would like to financially support the channel, of course, you can help us out on Patreon as well as PayPal. Of course, we have the merch store, which sells these wonderful coffee mugs, yes, and other things, hats, t-shirts, you name it, it's all there. But also remember the most important thing, folks: all the voices of the restoration will be heard here on Mormon Book Reviews. Oh, and thanks again, Rebecca, for real solid.
So welcome.
We'll see y'all.